Welcome to Pure Bad Taste, your favorite dose of being pure and bad at tasting or something. Well, I would like to welcome here my co-hosts, which are of course Rory and James. Hello guys, hello guys.
Allahu Akbar.
How you doing?
Yeah, pretty
Salam
good.
alaikum. Do you know how you're supposed to answer to salam alaikum?
Yeah, shalom.
No. Alaikum
Yeah, I'm just gonna go
salam.
with
It means peace be with you. Come on. That's like basic Arabic. Come on.
Hey, I
only
live
the
in
only one
Dubai.
the,
Never heard that once. Never, not even once.
Salam alaikum. That's
only
like the classic thing that you
Never heard
say.
it.
Never?
No,
the only
never heard it, not even once.
I think one of the things I only got taught by my dad when he was like in Egypt and taught Arabic. The only thing I knew was Sabah el Khair, just like good morning, full of flowers or something.
Okay. I don't know. It's just like salam alaikum. It's just like used just generally. Even like in the
Walaikum salam.
even not in the countries that they speak Arabic. It's just like generally Islamic countries because like Quran is of course written just in Arabic. So even like just Muslims because even people when I was at Cuscus, what it's called Caucasian, so Cuscus. What's the mountain range called in English?
Caucus. Aye.
Caucasus, yeah. So when I was there, because it's like a Muslim part of Russia, so they greet each other with like salam alaikum, alaikum salam, or just salam because it means peace, like just so yeah. So now we learned something, isn't it nice? Isn't it lovely?
It's funny because that would be because it's a predominantly Muslim population, or at least a significant Muslim population, and that's where like your basic bread and butter white boys are meant to have come from, according to
Yeah,
you know your
yeah.
eugenists and racists.
But that's an interesting thing about like because they, for example, this like they speak just that's the only Arabic thing that they say. Maybe Allahu Akbar. They might say that as well. I've never heard it from them, but like I assume that they will say it like after a prayer or something. But they speak Russian there. Like they just speak Russian, and it's like only greet each other in like just saying like salam alaikum. And they actually
Would
don't
you
use
rather
it for
learn
like for
Russian or Arabic?
sorry what?
Would you rather learn Russian or Arabic?
Ooh, that's a good question. That's actually like that's just generally like I have a list of languages that I would want to learn, and it's like difficult to choose the priority for the languages. Like for right now, Russian and Arabic has a kind of a low priority, but it's still on the list. Like what are your languages? I can actually give you my list like in order, but what are your languages that you would want to learn?
I want to learn. I'm on to German right now,
Yeah,
so
you're on the
that's
German,
nice.
but
I
also
got
like
Relic on the Go, so I can get some heritage back, and then after that, it's kind of like, do I learn Spanish because that's more of the world? Like that's South America, that's Europe, in
yeah,
Spain and Portugal, and Barcelona.
yeah.
And then you have things like, yeah, you could learn Arabic. You could learn basic Egyptian Arabic, and that would carry you through a lot of the Arab-speaking world.
Yeah.
But you could get into like nitty-gritty stuff. You could learn Urdu, you could learn Farsi. Farsi would probably be useful if you want to do some shady shit.
Or if like you can learn just like Persians to go to Afghanistan and Pakistan, like so fun.
What
That's
would you
awesome.
want to?
What like my list is actually right now like Spanish is one of the languages that I would want to because I have like basic Spanish because I spent some time in South America, so I learned some Spanish to actually be able to communicate, but it's on the level that I would like it's really far from being like anything that you can actually use. Like you can it can carry you through the like the basic questions, the bathroom, like saying how lovely the weather is, like all these like
Yeah.
normal talking about the cavalry because it's caballeros, like you like talk about all these things, but I also had to have a like phone conversation in Spanish when I was there because the road to my hotel was flooded. So I had to actually learn how to say that something is flooded, that the road is flooded, and I had to have a phone conversation about that with someone that didn't speak English. That was fun.
My
Uh,
God.
but right now I'm having this language on back burner because I'm learning Mandarin because that's much more fun.
Ooh. Ah.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
You
Mandarin
could
is
always
fun.
do like the American Spanglish bullshit that they learn, because then that's just a treat for whoever you come up against in the Spanish-speaking world. When you're like, excuse me, senor, dos cerveza, por favor, English, Heineken.
I would prefer not to. Well, but
It
still,
just it sounds like the bad joke when it's like a Scotsman in France basically goes and asked for 2 eggs and they gave me 3. It just sounds like it's more like those kind of lines there.
yeah.
I think we're the only two that appreciates it in this chat. Doric is a very
Admittedly.
specific, weird language.
But
It is.
what about you, James? What's your like? Because of like my list, as I was saying, okay, so there's a Mandarin, there's Spanish, definitely. Then like it would be good to actually like let's say dust off my German because I was learning it through my primary school, so I still like I have like, I would say like it could work. But then I would go probably like the closest like because it's Slavic language. Yeah, the Russian would be. It's not that difficult. Like I can read Russian. I can speak. Again, I had to communicate when I was in Russia. Like they don't speak English. They just don't. Like in that region definitely. So I had to speak Russian. So I need to speak Russian, but it's not it's a polite. I can have a polite conversation in the taxi. Like I can, say like stupid stuff like "Это хорошая машина," which means like it's a nice car. Like it's a good car that you're like driving. It's like some stupid stuff like that, which I like not getting to anything because I like if they say anything more advanced to that, I'm like completely fucked. But still, I can say these like polite stuff in conversations. But the Arabic would be
Machina was given by state. It is not nice. It is only necessary.
no, they usually they people like their cars usually, and it's as I said again, it was a place when it definitely wasn't given by state. Also, like that's a weird thing because even like in the mountains, they were using cars that they looked like they are like from the 80s. They were actually made the same year as I was there, which was like but they still use the like old designs for some cars
Right.
because
Right.
it's
It's kind of like in Cuba, where they have like the classic Oldsmobiles, and they kept them going for so long
yeah
that they're
they
using
kept but
old
that's the thing
engines and
they
old
kept them
vans.
they kept them going
Yeah.
but this is just like brand new car that look like it was made in 80s and that's the
Brand.
weird thing. It's like Lada. If you just like search for these like four letters, you just like you can see the newest models of Lada car, and it looks pretty much like it's from 80s. Just like put it in the browser, just search for Lada, and you will see it. But when I was going with the languages, yeah, the Arabic would be fun, but it's like it seems too much
Arabic's
hustle.
great because the language in writing is beautiful. Like
Yeah.
that's what I
Fuck
like
yeah.
about Arabic. Writing it just was so nice. It felt like cursive, and everything kind of came out looking fine. You feel like you're in a little elvish language kind of thing.
Yep, it
But then
is.
it's like you get to it, and it just sounds like a really phlegmy, almost Semitic language. You know, the ha kind of sounds.
It's
That's
fairly
not
almost. It's like near phlegm, but not too much near phlegm.
Like, but for me, like just generally, the language that I wouldn't want to learn, it's for example like French. I just don't care. Like, I mean, like I just don't give a fuck about French. Like totally, I don't really want to know it. I just don't care. For example, it's
You
like,
don't want to read Voltaire in its original translation?
no, don't want to.
But Voltaire, he was a banging Frederick the Great. Don't you want to read the diaries where that happens?
Nope. Uh, English is sufficient for my, like reading about people banging. No.
Hey,
Well, and
don't
James,
pass it up.
what are your
One of the
preferences?
best kind of gay things I've ever read about was Julie d'Aubigné, my favorite French lady ever. She was a swordsman, she was an actress, she was an opera singer. She banged her way throughout Europe, survived multiple attempts in her life, and then ended up in a convent where she just fucked every single nun until her dying day at 33.
I know about her. Yeah, I've heard about it on some like
That sounds
fact
badass.
channel.
Julie d'Aubigné. Fantastic read.
And James?
Oh, the language thing? Wouldn't mind learning Japanese and then Spanish.
Oh, Japanese.
Weeaboo.
Have you met me?
Yeah, you don't know anyone in Japan.
Why would I need to know anyone in Japan? I would just like to go and actually be able to speak the language comfortably.
I mean, like
What are you doing
for
in
me,
Japan?
the Asian languages. That's the thing. Like, if anything, like I was actually deciding if I would want to learn like Korean or Mandarin. Because fuck
Okay,
Japanese,
go Malay.
because like only fucking weeps learn Japanese, you know, it's like a horrible language. No, I mean, I don't like, but I have to say, like, if I would start learning Japanese, I would feel like it's not for me just because of the culture that was created around it. Like, I think that I would want to stab most of the people that's like trying to learn Japanese with me. Like, I don't just like I don't like the weeb culture that was created around the language, like in the, let's say, in Europe.
Admittedly, with me, I think I'd only want to learn it so I could actually properly explore not just Tokyo for all the weebiness, but actually out to Kyoto and all that, and not have to rely too much on Google Translator.
I mean, I know,
Which is great to a point, but it'd be nice to actually converse.
yeah, I know two types of people that are like into Japan, which are usually like the anime people, which are like the more annoying ones because they are like because they understand the whole Japanese culture through anime. And like some, of course,
It's
like
not the same thing.
to be like some of these they evolve into the like more understanding of the culture actually, like they're actually trying to like appreciate the culture, understand the culture, they know about the history, they like to do the like tea rituals, you know, like the all these like interesting thing which I consider that is like just conservative bullshit basically. Because it's fucking conservative. Because Japan is, for me, it's too conservative, and I don't, you know, like I don't associate myself with this type of thinking, like traditions, authority, you know, just like doing things the stupid way just because it's a tradition of doing them that way. I just like don't like it.
It's why I tend to like folk like the guy that did Nier Automata, the director of that. Like, he basically is kind of against all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
See things in that kind of ways are so restrictive that it's preventing the culture to actually evolve more.
Yeah,
as it
it's,
were.
and it's interesting in this way, like that it works basically on this like two levels that you can like, yeah, that's interesting that they kept their traditions, but on the other hand, it's fucking stupid to keep your traditions in this way, like on some level.
It's the interesting part in terms of how fast technology basically went in Japan from like, let's say, over 200 years ago, how fast it developed.
Yeah.
But a lot longer for certain traditions to effectively evolve or die out.
Yeah. But China, you know, that's an interesting country. You know, full. So and I prefer China for this because it's they go ahead, they are not afraid to violate people's rights and freedoms just to fuck everything up. That I can respect that. I get.
Although admittedly, it's like the most stable the nation's ever been in terms of most of their history, if we're counting back to the Three Kingdoms days, isn't it?
I have no idea. Honestly, it's
well,
like,
because most of the time, it's the most united the country's ever been, right?
like like honestly for me the reason why I learning Mandarin is because like it's tactical. I see it as a good skill to have for the future.
If all I know is that Firefly's right about some parts, definitely.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
True. Swearing in Mandarin.
Okay, why not Hindi for your troubles as well? Because that's the next kind of big power super language.
That's true.
Like,
They're
you'd
the
like
next.
to
They're the other biggest
speak Indian
nation.
more. And get into Bollywood too. Come on.
Hey, that's true. That's definitely true. But there's a problem with, well, China has the same problem with the like so many different uh, dialects of the language, and it's like, okay, like because like first of all you have several different like languages there, because I don't want to even say the name of the language, because I know that there's like several languages that are official languages, and it's like there's a huge difference between north and south, like language wise and all the other problems. And also I would say like it's more, the one reason it's more respected to that they're like, oh, you speak Mandarin, wow, that's fucking awesome, you speak like Hindu, cool, that's cool. That's so I'm going for the wow factor as well. It's important.
You'd rather be the
language.
guy who could speak to authority to the Chinese factory workers rather than the Indian factory workers.
Probably. Well, honestly, when I'm thinking about it, like I actually had to do that. Like sometimes I actually had to speak with because like I was working with a Chinese side, like basically selling stuff to Europe, and sometimes the conversation was kind of difficult because of their English. So I was thinking like, fuck it, I will just like learn Mandarin, and they actually like flew me to Shenzhen to like to just like check it out there and to have some fun there. So yeah, I was thinking, yeah, that might be fun. So I actually like it in China. It's interesting country. I would want to travel there. So yeah.
I personally would like to check out Mongolia, actually, weirdly.
Yeah.
Just to kind of see what it's like nowadays compared to all the history of before.
Yeah.
So, I was reading up on it, it's like, it seems a pretty chill country, actually.
Mongolia.
Mainly, kind of. Sort of. I'd kind of like to get up into like the northern or northeastern parts of Russia, where you have the big combination of Eurasian types. You have Europe and Asia just smoshing, and everyone kind of gets along fine with their own, separate identity.
Okay.
For that, it would kind of make sense to learn Russian and Mandarin, get up there, have some fun. Especially if you're Martin, because you do kind of, I think Czech Republic does kind of fit into that border of just being close to enough to Asia that warrant that it would make more sense to learn something like Mandarin for your own sake rather than, French, a Frankie French.
Why do I feel like this is all going to turn into the whole thing of it being the prophesized nation of the United States of Eurasia?
It is the United States of Eurasia.
Well, also, like by the way, it was actually reminded by chat that happy birthday to your yesterday's birthday. How did you
Thank
celebrate
you.
it?
Sweet fuck all, really. Because it's kind of restrictive at the minute. I mean, I decided this week I would take a week off, like work, just
Yeah. We can
because I wanted
segue
to enjoy my
to
birthday.
can segue that way to your biggest birthday present that you got for yourself.
Yes, with the help of my Welsh friend, who, because of work, he was able to help, pre-order my PS5 because I'm busy at work. Oh, you mean this is Spider-Man Miles Morales that also counts as the original game remastered? Which is kind of a nice freebie. But it's more the fact I'm also downloading the games that were free on PS Plus that I did via the phone and laptop, because you can't do it for the PS4 for the PS5 ones for PS Plus, so I got them anyway. So it means I'll get to try things like Maneater, which I'm looking forward to trying out. But also, it looks brilliant on the 4K screen. It's like, okay, I can see what everyone talks about in terms of, fast performing consoles and good picture. This is how the PC Master Race must feel all the time.
Oh, it seems that the stream is dead. Fuck.
Stream is dead.
It
What?
seems like
Stream's
it.
still going on to me.
Huh?
Yeah, stream's okay
Yeah.
here.
Like what's
Yeah.
with the F? Stone and Asia pure bad taste. Okay, it's okay.
He's back. It's back. Yeah, they're saying it's back, so I guess it must have been a small fuck up.
Maybe. Okay. Okay. Cool.
Is this because we mentioned China and we always get dangerously close to also talking about my favorite book author, A.A. Milne, and his most amazing character invention of Tigger and his best pal, Winnie the Pooh?
Oh, we here at Pure Bad Taste. Welcome our future overlords.
I mean, I was actually in my yesterday's stream. I was shit talking China for some time, and on my like video that I released today, I was actually shit talking China. So like I'm getting like if there's a attempt we want
Australia today, like it's bad in Australia because Google and Facebook have just launched their personal war against Australian news media by them going, "Hey, could you send us a little bit of cash to each link that you allow on your site, just to be reasonable and give these people an income?" And Facebook and Google went, no, we're going to put you into a media blackout. Fuck you. Goodbye.
I think it was the answer was actually no. Can you go fuck yourself?
Something like that. Yeah.
That was the official message there. Like that's what I read.
Like as right wing as Australia's kind of gotten, as of always.
Yeah.
It's always kind of funnier that they have these authoritarian things not done by themselves but by some outside private group, like a Terry Pratchett novel. Like it's the corporation dictating the government, and then all the government guys who've been caterwauling about how all this Facebook and Google has been allowing liberal ideas to be sent out. Oh, do not fuck pigs. I make love to them is a difference. And now they're all up in arms like, you can't do this. We didn't do it first. We wanted to do it first. I can't take Australian right-wing type seriously. It's the accent. No Australian accent is scary other than, if it were to be whispered real quiet into the side of your ear if you're out camping in the outback. Like, what are you doing there, mate? Oh, no. I was enjoying not being raped, but now I realize I was in Australia this whole time.
Okay, interesting.
That is quite a vision. Roddy. As always.
Yeah.
As always.
Yeah. Wolf Creek Part 5 or something? Whatever Wolf Creek's on now.
Although, one of the things I was doing on my birthday was heavily getting more into playing a game I've been playing for the last wee while that's been on PS Plus.
Oh. And
that I do have in the list.
Ooh.
We probably may have shown a trailer before, but it's still good. Am I okay to play it just now in a
yes.
moment?
Try. Let's try it.
Let's start playing now.
Oh.
Fair warning.
Sorry. Can you pause it?
This is gonna be weirder.
Sorry.
Than usual.
Small problem.
Have they found it?
No, it's just I just need to find this. Yep, okay, no problem. Now we can go.
Anytime we mention the AML.
Fair warning.
Anytime.
Okay.
This is gonna be weirder than usual. Can't be helped. My brother was just a kid when they took him. They thought I'd never find this place. That I'd forget about him. They were wrong. They'll try to stop me, but I'm stronger than them. We're stronger. You and I.
Ooh, it's like David Lynch and LaRue had a baby.
Basically, and it's been weird, quite a lot of good fun. I've been playing the PS4. I've not had a chance to play the PS5 yet because I've only got the console today. But I feel like it's going to be even more fluid and wonderful playing that version of it.
That's what I actually wanted to ask you, because like one of the reasons why I wanted to play this game is because it has one of the like bestest RTX, because it should like really look nice with the RTX effect.
Pretty.
And now
that'll be
with PlayStation 5 you should have the RTX there. So I was
Wait.
kind of curious how it works.
I'm going to give it a try later on to see if it transfers over. The only thing I'm wondering is, because it's free PS Plus for the PS4 version, I'm wondering if it'll be a free upgrade to the PS5 version, but I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Because I know that a few of the games I bought recently, they all come with the free upgrade to the PS5 version. So I'd like to see if that's the case here, but I don't know.
Yeah.
But otherwise, it's been nice. It makes me think of, because I'm used to a lot of Remedy game stuff, because it even links up to the other games weirdly, in a weird way. Because it's sort of the idea of alternate dimension and stuff like that. Like there's bits talked about Alan Wake in there. There's bits talked about Max Payne in there, for fuck's sake.
I've heard about
Now
that.
that's a weird combination, isn't it? Alan Wake and Max Payne.
Well, because it's more talking about worlds within worlds and things like that. So kind of like the whole multiverse theory. But you're more concentrating on this one thing. But there's notes taken in this place, this bureau, the Federal Bureau of Control, where your main lead Jesse's coming in and basically she's just been trying to find a brother, but you're just thrown in. You're like, I have no idea what's going on right now. You're just kind of thrown in, and you're basically just meant to take it on. You know, this weird world is basically effectively like the director you mentioned,
David Lynch.
David Lynch, yeah, but also with some parts that also make me think of Lovecraft in a weird way, in terms of you're going deeper into something that's like crazy, but you can't help but wanting to find out more, collecting all these text files and voice files just to try to get a picture of this weird, wonderful fucking world you're in. Gameplay is actually fairly good. Yeah, there's gunplay, but most of the time you're using your abilities of taking literal shit out of the walls and throwing it at enemies. Or forcing enemies to be good people to fight for you.
Also,
When
like,
you
say
say
good people,
literal shit.
not literal shit.
Not yet, no little shit. I would be
It's
It'd be funny if that was the case. But bits of the game also remind me of a very old not a very old, but an old PS2 game, weirdly enough.
Oh, Spec Ops. No, not Spec Ops. The Psyops.
No. Actually, no.
Oh.
Second Sight. Made by Free Radicals and the guys that did Time Splitters. They made a game called Second Sight, where there's some bits of some similar abilities in terms of telekinesis, stuff like that. But you're also thrown into a weird situation where you're not sure what's going on. And it gave me that weird little similar feeling again, and I've just been going down this rabbit hole. And it's been a while since I've had a game like that makes me want to figure out everything else and also to get better abilities. It has these weird little bits also involving mods for your gun and personal mods for yourself to be better at your health, or stronger with your launch attacks, or being able to float for longer when you actually get those abilities. Which you're having to find these abilities by chasing these weird objects. Everything from like a red telephone to at one point fighting against a flamingo and then coming against some weird fucking Cthulhu monster.
I mean, it reminds me.
Okay.
It reminds me of Quantum Break, which is, of course, again not a surprise.
Same people.
Because it's same people.
Same people.
I think
Oh,
like they. I mean, like I was actually one of those few people, I would say, that enjoyed Quantum Break. Because I said it like several times, and it's because I was in the right mood. I was ill at the time, which helped, and I was in the like you have you have some kind of like sore throat or something. I just like lying on the couch, like I want to play something. Then you play a game, then you start like getting kind of overloaded by the gameplay. So you want to like watch some kind of TV show or something. And this worked perfectly because you played and then you watched 20 minutes of a show. Then you played, then you watched 20 minutes of a show. As it was like connected.
But only if you're the kind of person that's into that kind of thing, though. That's the thing.
No,
and you are.
Like,
so
I'm not.
works.
I'm totally not. I would be so annoyed normally. But because I was ill, I was like, when you're ill, you don't feel like playing for a long amount of time. At least that's how it is for me. You're like, when I'm staring at a screen and I need to like react, it's like it doesn't work that well. Like you don't feel that good. But like when you have a pause with a basically TV show, it works that you just like regenerate for another gameplay, like at the time. So worked for me.
I'm just trying to remember.
specifically there.
I'm trying to remember that. I'm trying to remember with that game. Was it only on Xbox and PC?
I've
I
played
recall,
it.
right.
I've played it on Xbox One, definitely, and then it was like
Because I don't-
released. Then it was released to PC. Yeah. But then,
Because I don't think I've ever seen it on PS4, which is why I
Yeah.
was intrigued to see a console exclusive in this case.
I actually think I
At least for
actually
Xbox.
I actually think that they made Control, like they learned from mistakes in Quantum Break. It was like visual and beautiful game, and they learned from that, and they like applied all these skills to Control, and they just like made a masterpiece. Also, I like the like Control is a game that really speaks to me. I have never played it, but I like brutalism. That's one of the things that I like really like. The brutalism, the concrete. It's fucking awesome. I like the architecture, and this whole game is about this like brutalist building that you are going through. Well, it's just like, that sounds like a dream.
And the whole world twists to the point where it feels like there's a lot of MC Escher in there.
Oh
And
yeah,
I fucking love him for that. But it's more the fact the guy you're replacing a director who basically looked like he shot off his own head with the weapon which you now carry, which transforms to different
Yeah.
modes of shooting. But you still hear him, like he still talks through this red telephone, the hotline, which also speaks with the board, some weird upside down black pyramid thing of otherworldly beings. But it's the fact I love, if I'm correct, I love who voices the previous director, the guy that did Max Payne.
Hey,
They keep reusing the actor for a lot of things, which is nice little fun bits.
it's nice.
But it's because you'll go to a new area and you'll see the world turning sort of purple to the point where it's like, yeah, I'm feeling a lot more of the Finch right now. And then you're having to go to the actual file and you're hearing what the guy actually said while smoking a cigarette, and stylish camera shots are going everywhere. But you're like, I'm down for this. I should not be down for this because this feels so up people's arses. But at the same time, I'm enjoying it. What does that say about me? I'm kind of worried. But it's well worth people playing the game, like even just to download a PS Plus. But I don't think I've got the Ultimate Edition, but I actually want to pay extra for the Ultimate Edition.
So it's right now on PlayStation like 4.
Yep, PlayStation Plus. Basically, if you are already paying a subscription, you can download it.
ooh, yes, please.
Or you have not done? You haven't done it yet.
No.
No. I haven't had the PlayStation, man. I've had all my shit breaking. I've had the controllers on my Nintendo are completely fucked now, so I can't play that. And all I've got is a remote connection to my PS4 at the moment. So I've actually been turning to the I
Mobile
don't want
phone,
to say
yeah. You've been,
disabled child, but of gaming, but it definitely is. It's mobile gaming. I've turned to mobile gaming.
I do it on occasion. I'm weirdly playing a Digimon
Yeah, but not
game
like
on there
I've got
because
to look for a serious game. I haven't been looking for Candy Crush. I haven't been looking for shit like
you've
that.
been looking for proper gaming experiences.
We can
Yeah,
talk about
they
it
did
like
fun
about
games.
porn. You're like the mobile gaming is like porn, and the like console and PC gaming is like sex. You're like it's okay. There's nothing wrong with it, but just don't talk about it. You're like don't just like talk
Thing is,
about it.
I used to remember some intriguing like mobile phone games back in the day. There was one for Mass Effect that connected with Mass Effect 3, but you can't download it anymore. They took it off market for some freaking reason.
For some reason.
But it was
I've
actually a
played
good
now
game.
has been a one that's a kind of semi-emulatory game called Evo Land. I've got the trailer there.
Oh,
Okay,
let's look it up.
But this is the sequel, Evo Land 2, which I've started.
What?
Yeah.
I'm actually a little bit impressed with that. The fact it's going through all these different video game styles and genres.
Yeah, so the first one does that. So the first game is relatively short. It just kind of takes you through a basic evolution of RPG gaming. I do remember stuff like this. Like, I didn't play at the time, but I remember like seeing pals with their Game Boys and their consoles that would run these old RPGs. And yeah, it takes you through. It's like, yeah, Legend of Zelda implemented this. This was a great step forward in RPG gaming. Dragon Quest did this. And a bit's like, yep, we blatantly ripped off all these, but did you have fun? It's like, yeah, I did have fun. Thank you very much. And then it was popular enough that a couple of years later they put out Evil Land 2. And yeah, so far so good for that one. That's just a kind of upgrade version of that. And then that does even more genres. So like you see there, you got your basic fighter games and Pokemon and, well, the things that would become stuff like Candy Crush.
And like even that R-type shooter type game thing going on as well, which I thought was like, I like that. It's some nice homages. It's very good homage.
Yeah, if I can't get my proper games up, this is a fantastic alternative. Like, I do like a wee point and click mystery and adventure, and I'd like, just playing Sudoku. But as mobile games go, like, it's just like the console. It's just like the console. So it's like, no, it's not. Don't give me console experience. Give me something handheld. Give me what I do know from that. What works.
Like you can actually, at least Steam controller works on the way that I can connect it with my phone. Do you have a controller for your phone?
You can just use a PS4 one for it.
Oh, okay. Cool. Also,
I think Xbox is always going to be the favorite though. Like everyone loves the Xbox controller for PC and Android gaming, and it is pretty solid.
I mean, I have only this controller here, like next to my this computer, because like I have my PlayStation Slim here under my screen, and I finally managed to connect it to my PC so I can stream, games through my PC, which I'm not doing at all, but I can do it. That's the thing. I can do it. That's the advantage. But I wanted to ask, like, if I would be actually playing mobile games, there's one mobile game, and I would like you to download it at some point and try it, because it seems fun to me, and it won't be it definitely won't. He's not listening.
Do you have a trailer?
No, that's not really. You see, do you watch some of these mobile phone adverts that you sometimes get?
You're not talking about Raid Shadow Legends.
No,
Use
of course.
Pure Bad Taste at checkout for 130% squared discount on your first treasure chest.
No, I don't give a fuck about.
Don't you fucking dare!
Of course, I don't give a fuck about that. No, usually there's some kind of, let's say, square with a guy on that square, in the middle of the ocean or something, and they use it to travel around the ocean. They connect several squares, then they fighting another guys like that, and it's it looks like you can build some kind of huge village or something. It definitely will be. Sorry?
Jotun.
I have no idea what it's called or anything. I will just at some point I will see this ad again, and I will send it. I will send it the link to you. Maybe I will get it on my phone. I will send the link to you so you can try it if it's even something that you can play. Because I'm totally convinced that it's one of the games that it has nothing to do with the video. It has totally nothing to do with the video ad. But I'm really interested what it's going to be.
Shit, man, I'll download it. I'm fine. Just send me it whenever.
I just think...
I don't mind the whole mobile gaming thing. They have got some good bangers in there, and they've even got some remastered old titles. I find it a wee bit of a giggle that you get San Andreas on your mobile now, and it works, pretty well. Things considered.
I'm still very happy getting things like.
Nothing to be concerned about.
Can I have San Andreas?
I'm very happy getting old games like Chrono Trigger on the mobile phone, which has been good fun. Weirdly,
I like. It's almost a threat when it's a mobile game, though. It's yes, you can have this game, or you could have Candy Crush. The thing is, though, that you have to have all the ads in Candy Crush, or you pay for this premium game. What are you going to do? I will
Prime
pay for the
times.
game. Fuck off. Just don't give me ads.
Okay, what's
What I hate is that because I mentioned things like Chrono Trigger, which is basically done by Square Enix, right? But the thing
Yeah.
is, even though you
Yeah, fuck him.
Nope. James is
Fuck
dead.
him.
They got him.
I was
Go
thinking like, just shut up, James, and like, hey, disappear. That's good. That's well. Hey, James, how you doing?
can everyone hear me? Okay, yes.
Yep.
Yes, Dad.
As I was saying, with the Square Enix game, even though you bought it, for some reason you have to be online in order to play it, even though it's an offline game,
Ah!
Yeah.
which is very, very dumb. It is so dumb and wastes data if you're using mobile data. You know, well, if I want to play a nice RPG on the bus, and it's like I'm gonna be fucked when it comes to data, and the Wi-Fi there is stupid. I like having something that I can just play offline. So even though I've bought all this money for the game on the mobile, it doesn't work. It's better just taking a Switch.
I would like it if the honest answer is like, why do you need to have access to internet? Why do you need to monitor me when I'm playing the games? Like,
Yeah.
I just want to know that you like it. Do you like it? Yeah.
The
Can you
fact I
rate it
paid
in Google
money
Store?
should.
No. No, I won't. I will never rate your game in Google Store.
But I'm intrigued now that even things like, I don't know if it's on iPhone, but I know on Android there is like a Google Pass thing that's meant to be like an Xbox Pass or PS Now kind of thing where you pay a yearly subscription, you could download all kinds of paid games or something.
You know what? If you're into that, sure. But
Yeah,
I'm
if you're
happy
into
with,
it.
like, one or
But...
two.
No, I'm dead. You having fun with the mobile there, Roddy? Good
I'm having a
times.
good one. I'm enjoying that it's got a better video and better audio.
Yeah, it has better video.
You're still kind of lagging a little bit though.
Yeah, it would be like
You're lagging
great
a
if it
little.
was more than, I would say, 1 frame a second. I mean, like
It-
1 frame a
it-
second is good, but I would probably prefer more.
Yeah, like at least 24, at least 24 frames per second.
I mean, like 12 would
I
be
will
good.
buy
I would be
new
okay with
potatoes
12.
to record from.
It's more the fact that I'm trying to think because my phone shouldn't be too different from yours, but I know my one was just the version before they did the S20.
No, I don't care.
So
Yeah,
the-
but I think
So-
I'll upgrade when I do.
like in your case, I think like one of the main differences might be the lighting, because you are lit by like from the ring light, which makes like, you know, I'm lit from one side, which means that I have shadows there, like which is actually something that I do like on purpose, and it's the same with
Or maybe it could actually be maybe his Wi-Fi. It could be your Wi-Fi, Roddy. Maybe.
Like, I mean,
Normally
just
Could be a
fast or
Wi-Fi,
not
yeah.
so fast.
yeah, like I was just talking about how it looks, you know, like that you have a different, like you have almost the similar phone, but you have like way different video quality. That's the thing. Like it seems like that Rod is much better, even though like he's probably like on really bad Wi-Fi or something. Like it must be, or it
I'm
doesn't
pretty sure my
prioritize
phone
it.
is still better than his because
Yeah?
not that I'm trying to type my own phone dick here or something.
It's not the size of the phone that
Does-
counts, James. It's
does
how much
your
of
phone
dick
have
you can fit
laser?
on it.
Like, does your phone have laser? When your phone will have laser, like then we will talk. Whose phone is better, you know?
It's
Have
what
you- have
you
you-
got
have you-
there, it's a rugged phone. I would be more scared for the ground if you were to drop that thing down. I only
Like
learned
it
the other
feels,
year
it's got like it's got like a Nokia quality that it could probably just create a crater as it drops to the ground.
Of course it can. It can do all of that. Does it have a thermal camera? Does it have a thermal camera? Wait a second. Ah. It's okay now. You can see yourself. But then it starts and. Yay.
Ooh,
My
he's
God, you're so hot, Martin.
Oh yes, I am. That's what you can say. Well, you know what's that's great in English, you know, because you can say hot. But the problem, well, it's not a problem. I don't have a problem with that. But in Czech, the word warm is a slang for being gay. So, you know, like if you say that, like you are on the thermal camera, so you say, yeah, you're warm. So that's like you're gay. So like, okay.
Well,
interesting.
more
It's
war, a little
interesting.
bit warm.
So in English, it works better because it's a compliment.
Although that's a bad thing.
In Czech, it's not bad. It's just a slang word. That way.
But it's
Sure, that's in
intriguing.
English
What
as well. You call someone flaming, but that's very uncouth now.
Yeah, it could work in a similar way, I guess.
I'm still intrigued with the idea of the differences in terms of languages, but each one has their own little metaphors and things. I like that. It's cool. Even if the context of which they're about is like, okay.
That's a bit dodgy.
Although that's something myself and Roddy have shown things. What have you got, or what have you been playing?
Oh, I was actually I had something that I wanted to talk about, and of course I forget about it completely. But so in that case, I wanted to actually mention at least that if you ever become a PC master race like me, you can at least like create your epic account, because right now there is Rage 2, and some kind of drifting game. I'm not sure what's there, but like more importantly, next week it should be there a Sunkless Sea, which is a really nice game that I've played just for a few hours, but I would recommend it. So I will just like present it here. I will just add the trailer for that. Sunless Sea trailer.
Are they sponsoring us? Is this a sponsor?
Of course. We are always sponsored. You've never noticed that?
Use Pure Bad Taste at checkout for a 1% discount.
Yeah, okay, so let's watch it. I mean, obviously, this is a indie title. Like, obviously, it's based
But it looks
on.
cool.
Yeah, it is. It is a really cool game because it's like I can call it a roguelike, but it's really not a roguelike because it works like, I mean, it is a roguelike because you create, if you die, you create a new character that inherits some of the like things that you had as the previous one, and you can like
Roguelikes, yeah.
you can work with it this way, but it's about basically society that lives in like under the Earth's crust, with there's another like huge sea under it, and that's where they operate, and it's kind of Lovecraftian because there's like, of course, like in the depths there are horrors that you cannot even imagine, and you have a like terror meter, and you know, like you play with you need to manage your crew, you need to manage their problems, you need to manage your ship and like do quest, and it is like quite interesting story, you know, like in this desperate. It's one of those like depression inducing games, which is fun, of course. Like this is the fun depression. This is the fun kind of depression with the like existential dread and with the Lovecraftian elements. So like I do definitely recommend this one because it's going to be on like Epic for free, and this game is like not really demanding. So I would assume that even you, James, could play this on your PC, on your.
The ship thing reminds me of like. God, there was an old PS1 game that was on a demo disc. Something called Overboard, where you're kind of moving ships. Kind of similar to that way. I've got that kind of weird feeling from it when I was watching there. This nice little bit of nostalgia, but I'm intrigued to explore the other elements you were kind of mentioning, which is like, this is up my alley. I'm intrigued.
And also this is a game that it's like 4 years, I would say, old. And there's actually a sequel, which is Sunless Sky, which is with trains that float in this, on some kind of like different planets or something. It's just like steampunk. So, like again, that's your alley. That's definitely your alley.
I'll have a look. Of which.
So that's it. Like just wait.
I was intrigued by something recently with something I read today or yesterday about involving Epic, the launcher thing and all that. The idea is actually getting a previously like PS4 game that I like that's coming to there instead of like Steam and all that.
Is it?
Persona 5 Royal.
Persona 5.
Like that, yeah, Persona 5 Royal. So the latest edition of it is coming to Epic Games launcher. So it's like interesting how they were able to get that ahead of like Steam when Steam had that big thing with Persona 4 Golden going on there. So I'm like, I don't know about Atlas are playing with, but I'm intrigued.
I would assume money.
Oh yes, money, of course.
Money.
Especially because apparently it's being charged for $60, which is. Also, kind of price for games.
Yeah,
like
it's $60. Yeah, I can see it now. But it's one of these things. Epic Store is owned like from 40%, I would say, by Tencent, which is of course Chinese company, which is of course that's the Mandarin money. That's where it's at.
With possible little bit of something from a Prince of Saudi Arabia. He's been buying a lot more shares in a lot of companies recently.
Well, right. Of course.
There's only been stuff I've been reading about for the past 2 days, and I'm like, okay, I never knew this was a thing.
It's actually now I'm thinking like when I'm holding this plush toy, like you don't even like realize how like important cultural thing happened, like in Czech Republic for me. Like I'm holding this plush toy. It's a plush toy of one character from like longest running Czech comic book for kids. It's basically four-leaf clover. That's what it's called. And that's basically an issue about like kids, because they use the same art style as they started with like 50 years ago. It's kind of weird, but yeah, I guess cute. And
no, it makes me think of the Beano and or Willy over here. To be honest,
yeah, they made episode about like being famous on the internet, and the fun thing about it is that there's a one like science guy, and he decided to make videos on the internet, like science videos like this, and actually making educational science videos on the internet called like Science Hammer. And like the name of his channel is Science Crowbar, which is like obviously inspired by the name of my YouTube channel. It's
adorable.
Yeah, so that was like I'm fucking famous finally.
Are you getting some kickback from that? Are you getting some cash from that? Did they call you up and be like, Martin, we love you?
Well,
they didn't use
it's not.
Yeah, it's a reference.
Copyright, so they get away with it.
It's just a reference. It's just a reference to like obvious reference to my property. But yeah, it's fun. Now I'm actually like going around all these people like that where like they have interviews in Forbes, and I was like, that's nice, like being in Forbes. Yeah, that's cool. But have you been in? Because that's better. I was in Czech Forbes.
Czech cartoon bunny.
Sorry?
It's like Forbes is one thing, but have you been featured by a Czech cartoon bunny?
Yeah, like that. It's not bunny. It's actually the cat character. That's the thing. I ordered from the shop this comic because I didn't know that this was on the beginning of January. Then I was actually like told, yeah, hey, do you know that it's in this? But So I ordered, of course, not the fucking character of the bunny, which is this one, but I ordered a science guy. So I ordered him, but I got this one. I got this one, which is fun because the fun thing is that the name of this character, which is Pinya, is also a slang for a member or ding dong. Like what I like to say, like, do you want to see my piña?
Yeah.
So that's what I do now. Like I'm just
Save it for after.
Yeah.
Save it for the dirty fan.
Ooh, 4 minutes. So I'm actually like sending pictures
of
of my piña.
Of which, before we go into the watershed, there was something I watched recently that I totally have to show the trailer for because I love it.
Okay.
It's so bad. It's bad, it's good, but I love it. Especially because it's Nicolas Cage.
Oh.
Oh no. But oh yes.
Of which, are we prepared?
Yes, I am.
Always.
Okay, then I press now.
Tell me what just happened. What did you see?
If I do what you want, you'll keep me in this chair forever.
Chris Johnson has the ability to see things before they happen. And if you can see the future, you can change the present. But that kind of power has a price.
You can see things before they happen.
Only my future, except with you. I saw far beyond anything I'd ever seen before. You need to get away from here.
I believe that the urgency of the situation compels the use of any and all resources to obtain Chris Johnson.
I've seen every possible ending. None of them are good for you.
Millions of lives are at risk. You could prevent a major catastrophe.
I don't want you to die.
It happened. It just hasn't happened yet.
On April 27th,
Every way I try, she still ends up dead.
She's still alive. We all are. Let's try to keep it that way.
you may think you know what the future holds.
Who the hell are you people?
But nothing can prepare you
Don't do it.
I already have.
for what happens next.
Tell me what you saw.
I made a mistake. It's happening. Now!
This is pre-broke Nicolas Cage as well, and you know he's done it because he wanted to do it. It's like, I saw the future. That's exactly like my real life.
It's for the fact that you can see where it was paused there saying, based on the novel story, The Golden Man by Philip K. Dick. It's like, it is a slight passing reference, because it's completely different from the book, but it's more the fact that it is such a bad, horrible movie, but at the same time, I love it for it, including the horrible twist at the end. I call it horrible for different reasons, but it's
absolutely convinced that I've seen the movie, but it left so little impact on me that I remember two things. One thing is that he explores some kind of warehouse by like splitting himself because like he is it something like that? Yeah, because he like goes through the all like decisions at once and like he know what's going to happen right there.
That's basically all it is. It's like he's not literally splitting. It's just
of course, like he's splitting it, like just how he explores it. Like he like thinking, I will go this way, and then he sees the reality. Then I will go this way, and like, he sees.
Because the whole thing is, he starts off just as a 2-bit magician doing parlor tricks in Vegas, basically just trying to get by. He hates having this ability where he can see up to 2 minutes in his future.
Yeah.
Which means he's also good at being able to do cards, but only to a point, so that people don't get suspicious. But there's this cool little bit at the beginning that almost makes me think of Hudson Hawk, which is another amazing, horrible movie, but we'll talk about that another time. Where just the slick movement of getting out and avoiding trouble. And it's pure Nicolas Cage. Especially, I love how it differs from the actual short novel it's based on. Because it's actually a lot more fucked up than what's in that, which I would have been like, Why didn't Nicolas Cage do that? I feel like he would have been up for what was being done in the book.
So
apart from maybe painting himself golden, that may be the only point that he may have been again. Possibly.
No, I could 100% see Nicolas Cage like.
It's like I don't want to look. I don't want to look like I'm a living Oscar statue. I just am Oscar material. That was not my best Nicolas Cage.
I would assume the exact opposite. You know, if anything would convince him to do the movie, like, and you're going to be golden at some.
I love it.
I love it.
Nicholas, we're gonna paint you gold, Nicholas. You're gonna love it. How much will I be worth? Oh, it's not real. I don't want to do it unless it's real gold.
Okay, you're 24 karat. I love it.
Also, Roddy, why do you have such a shitty audio all of a sudden?
I don't know. I do not know.
Did you change something?
Well, you're not wearing your headphones anymore.
Yeah, but it's.
You were wearing it earlier, weren't you?
Yeah, it's a really shitty audio right now, and we don't want to hear the fan fiction with your shitty audio right now.
Oh god, yes, it's after the watershed, ladies and gentlemen.
No, I will just spoiler alert.
He's turned up his sound now.
Like I will.
Well, he's turned up his sound right now.
Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert for the movie next. Does it is there the twist that he actually seen all the movie it's all happened in the extended vision?
I mean, I don't want to spoil the ending.
That's what I said. Spoiler alert. This is.
You want me to spoil it? Do you want me to spoil
it? Because I
Fine,
think
basically,
I've seen it.
Because I'm laughing at the trailer more after seeing the movie because there's some of these bits of you're going to see him try to prevent a nuclear disaster. Well, because some terrorists have got nuclear material, of course. That's why they're hunting Chris to get him to find out where it is. And it's the fact that at the very end of the movie, the whole thing's happened, but he's just back in bed with the last. It's like, fine, I'm going to work with the people now. And that's how it ends. It's like, you don't see him succeeding or whatever. You just know, oh, he's going to succeed now because he knows what's going to happen, even though there might be some differences. It feels like such a fucking cop-out, and yet I can't help but love it for it being a fucking cop-out.
Yeah, so it happened exactly that way. So basically, it's just the whole movie was a precognition.
Well, the latter half of the movie was a precognition.
Oh, yeah. I know. Even in the scene, yeah, I got it. Yeah.
Because it goes back to the cabin with the lass and he slept with her. Yeah, because apparently he can see in his own life. He can only see up to 2 minutes, but if she's involved, he's able to see farther and farther into the future.
Yep.
Which is like.
Yep, that's what. Okay, I've seen the movie. Yeah, I've seen.
I'm like so basically by the power of sheer boner, you're able to see even farther in the future.
Well, that's how it works. Normally. That's how it works for me. Okay, Roddy, what's your voice?
What the true director's cut of next is just he does all of that, and then it's like, okay, I'll work with the government, I guess, and then it's just the whole movie again. Plays out exactly the same because he decided just after that to be like, no, I want to see how it plays out again.
Although this is why I'm gonna be renting. I'm on Amazon. I'm gonna be renting a Nicolas Cage film because I want to see this thing that we've got a trailer for later, and I'll show it later if we've not done it before.
But still, already your audio is kind of shitty.
Is it still shitty?
Wait, it seemed okay there.
Exactly.
Speak again.
Isolated sentences are okay, but
keep
as long
speaking.
As we can keep it isolated, I think it should be fine now, shouldn't it?
Now it sounds like you're
it kind of goes in and out.
Yeah, it sounds like you're really far away from the mic. You know, if you're in the, I would almost say in a submarine.
We're sorry, Roddy.
No, that's what
I'm sorry.
That's what he's supposed to be saying to us. He should be sorry.
Gonna do this.
Oh,
that
works better. Yes.
That will work.
That'll be better.
I got paid by Twitch. I forgot about that. Nice.
Oh, for your own channel.
Yeah, for my own channel. Sorry, there's no payment for us right now. Ready?
I don't know. Let's listen.
You liking me a bit better now? Is this a bit better sound?
Better sound. I just need to increase the volume.
Level up. Yeah.
Okay. Me again? Can you?
I'm your super hipster. You see, I'm wearing my good headphones, but I'm using also my talkie earphones because I don't want to get a brain tumor from phones from 15 years ago.
Makes sense. Okay, I think that you should be the correct volume right now.
Do you want to take it away with some sexy music?
Okay, like we
Get
can
the
do
60
that.
music.
Don't worry, I've got it loaded up on the thing there, so just click play. Let's see what happens.
Lovely.
Sexy music's ready.
Waiting.
Fan fiction. Fan fiction.
Let's get it on.
Let's get it on. Oh yes.
You know you like this. Set in the mood. There's a strange man in your house. He starts a fire. You're scared.
That's how
You're
I
saying,
like
"What
it.
are you doing in my home?" And then you know. You know it's me.
It
I'm
actually,
the man.
actually, with the new audio, like the quality, new audio quality, it sounds like, you know, Shia LaBeouf, with the, you know, actual cannibal Shia LaBeouf, you know that song, and that's how it already sounded like right now. There is a strange man
Shia
in
LaBeouf?
your cabin. It's like, yeah, that sounds like Shia LaBeouf.
Hey, I just want to put it out there. I'm not Shia LaBeouf, and I've never abused FK8 Twix.
Like, I'm not saying that you are, I'm just saying that you sound like from song Actual Cannibals Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah, I can see that.
Okay, so you can start, I guess.
We've got some fan fiction for you lovely people. What we have here is we have Chapter 8 in this ongoing saga. Chapter 8, titled Birthday 13+.
Okay.
Can someone throw up a pedo bear there? Warning.
No, the
Just real
13
quick.
plus is because in like Wattpad, there's a limit that you can talk about sexual things only 13 plus.
Okay, well, this also comes with a warning that this chapter is also deviant to me. If you're performing this in this story, please skip this chapter and I will say it for you. Sounds like a challenge. Have to do it. From Annie's perspective. Annie's look. Brownie didn't seem to be chopping goodness. She didn't even smoke anymore. In return, I had my nerves stretched to birth.
Okay, can I just
My
intersect with a check? Chopping goodness, that means sekala dobrotu, which means being a good person, just like doing something that, like, when you're punished, you are trying to like correct stuff by like chopping goodness, which is just like trying to be good person forcefully.
This definitely speaks to the lumberjack farmer heritage of the Czech Republic.
It's more, I would say, it sounds more like chopping on the way of like some small things. So like, it sounds like that.
To the cannibalistic tendencies of the early Czech Republic. Go ahead.
Okay, yeah, why not?
Mom is planning a party. I love her celebration. But now there's a situation where Brownie and Martin shouldn't meet. I both want to celebrate, but I'm not sure it would be a good idea. That's right. It's a lot of drama going on here. Brownie is stubborn sometimes. I called Martin to see if we could meet. What's the matter? He greeted me with a kiss. I'll be 18 in a minute. Facebook has alerted me. Pedo Bear called me personal. Mom wants to have a party, but Brownie will be there. And she still doesn't know that the two of us. I bowed my head. I'm so ashamed of myself. I see. He stroked my cheek. We'll celebrate together. Look, I'll buy something to drink it. Millet, I love you. I almost told him I loved him. I didn't even want to. It just seemed obvious to me. I almost ran away when he told me, but he's a great boy. I kissed him goodbye. From Martin's view, dumb slut. And now from the one that's written down.
Okay.
Annie came to me excited, keys in hand, eyes sparkling. That's also what a woman looks like when she's attacking you with some keys. So careful to know the difference, kids. I have an apartment! She hissed instead of greeting and jumped around my neck. So this does sound more aggressive. It's like, I have an apartment! Wow, that's amazing. he told him. I was hoping he'd move in with me, but having 2 apartments is good. What if we... No. I pushed the idea away. I want to be with Annie. Forever. Honey, don't you want to take a shower yet? I'll make a birthday present for you. You have a present for me? She looked astonished. Annie went to the bathroom. I picked up my cell phone. So where are you? In front of the house. Come open for me. He ran. I ran. Hey, are you the narrator and the subject in this story? He ran. I ran. I went up the stairs and opened the door. Behind them was on my birthday present? Hello, Martin. He greeted me with his voice, supposedly similar to mine. I think so. Hello, Votyo. I returned the greeting and invited him upstairs. This time, not for coffee. It will end as well as when it starts with coffee. Like, yeah, I guess. I should stop thinking so complicated. Never mind. Odya had clear instructions. He undressed and burst into the bedroom where Annie was taking a shower. Wait, is the shower in the bedroom? How do bathrooms and bedrooms work in the Czech Republic?
It doesn't even make sense, like, because at least like in English, bathroom and bedroom, they are, just few letters away, but in Czech they are not.
I think it means bathroom. Burst into the bathroom where Annie was taking a shower. I undressed and waited in the doorway for Annie to scream. It didn't take long. Annie slammed the door and slammed right into me. Surprise! Bottia and I said at once. Annie stared at each other. Are you doing your ass? Only in private, Bottia replied. Annie looked confused. I guess you forgot to tell me something about yourself, Martine, she said, looking at me in horror. What? No, you misunderstood it. And I was hoping you would be happy.
What?
What joy? Are you fucking your ass? Bottia took a breath, but I stopped him. No one is curious about his demented Kazushuk remarks.
Kazushuk,
From this, I said.
That's someone that interrupts your, sexual session. Kazushuk.
There's
how
a
would you
specific
call
word
that?
for that.
Yeah,
How often does that happen?
No, like that's even a word for that in English, that you are
Cockblock.
Yeah, basically cockblock. Yeah, that's the word. Yeah. Cockblock. Yeah.
From this, I said, hugging her. Bottia walked around and hugged her from behind. From Annie's perspective, Martin told me he had a present for me and sent me to take a shower. I didn't even know why. He never did, but I obediently went. I still can't make him a submissive. I undressed and climbed into the shower. The water was pleasantly warm. You know in these sexy stories they never talk about getting into a cold shower? I got into an ice cold shower. -30. I was so turned on.
That's what I do.
After a while I heard the door click. I pulled back the bathroom curtain and was horrified. There stood a complete stranger and a completely naked boy. So is there just one guy, or is there also a naked boy? He was thinner. He could have been a maximum of 20, but his thinness was offset by his equipment. He had blonde hair and stubble, and beautiful blue eyes. So at that moment, I had neither the opportunity nor the idea to admire him. I screamed and ran out the bathroom to find Martin. I ran out of the bathroom and crashed right into a naked Martin. Oh no, he's gay! Why didn't he tell me earlier? I didn't have to find out like that, but maybe I just misinterpreted it. Are you fucking? I asked. I was upset. A strange naked guy sees me naked. Actually, all 3 of us were naked. Only in private, said the strange naked man. So that's true. Martin is warm. Well, but it's quite common in nature. For example, with bats or snakes. What is she talking about?
What fucking brilliant.
I tried to calm myself, but Martin fucking is not a bat. And that's not true, Martin. You're a bat. You're a bat too. You're a bat too. I guess you forgot to tell me something about yourself, Martin. What? No, you misunderstand it. And I was hoping you would be happy. What joy? Are you fucking ass? There might be a mistranslation here. Like, is she calling you a fucking ass, or is she asking if you fuck ass?
I think it's
Or
more. I think it's more because like ass just generally it's also like if you're like are you kidding, you like instead of the kidding you would say like are you making an ass? That's how we would say it in Czech. So maybe there's some kind of like are you fucking kidding? that might be the translation there.
So Annie, what joy are you fucking ass? From this, he said, hugging me. The stranger hugged me from behind. I see. It will be the most perfect gift. Martin started kissing me while a stranger ran his tongue down my throat. Okay, getting to the Eldritch Horrors here. You're also in her mouth, and then there's just some tongue coming around the side and getting down there.
I might have been kissing her body.
He placed gentle kisses on my neck as Martin began to play with my breasts. We moved to the bed. Martin lay down on the bed with the naked man next to him. I knelt in front of them. I looked from one to the other. I couldn't choose which one to start satisfying first. They looked at each other and approached me on their knees. I don't think she knows how you move. They laid me on the bed together. An unknown guy began to satisfy me with his mouth. I sighed. Martin stroked my breast and watched me writhe. Then he pushed the unknown guy away and broke into me. An unknown guy started chasing him alone.
No,
I tried to help him, but Martin pushed hard.
No, chasing, that's slang for jerking off.
Oh. I tried to help him, but Martin pushed hard. I'd still rip it off. He finally did. So now we've got men chasing each other, dicks being ripped off. This is sexy.
Yeah.
Inverter! An unknown man shouted, putting on a condom. God, what an asshole he chose. He broke into me and began to push slowly. He got deep. Martin knelt over and started kissing me. I sighed into his mouth. So you go in for a kiss and she just goes, A wave of orgasm swept over me. I arched my spine and sighed. An unknown guy patted me on the thigh and took off his condom. He made a knot on it, got up and threw it out the window.
Where? Out the window?
He threw it out the window.
By the way,
from some random guy's shoulder. He's like, oh,
at the time
another day in the Czech Republic.
At the time when this fanfiction was written, I was living at one of the busiest streets in Prague, which was like really like tourist heavy because it was in the center of Prague. You know, like a lot of people, like it was a basically tramway hub, so like a lot of people waiting for a tram.
Okay, this makes no sense afterwards. Fry kids. I guess that's fly kids. He called after the flying condom.
Okay.
Dementa, I live in the center of Prague. Martin came up to him. He grabbed his face. They landed in tulips.
What tulips?
I hope that means the flowers tulips and not two lips. Like some random guy was like, what a lovely day.
It's like, no tulips there. So
the condom really landed in a box outside the window. Martin didn't look enthusiastic, but the stranger began kissing and satisfying him with his hand. Martin, this is saucy. I saw a stranger begin to argue that Martin would be a bat after all. Yes. Honestly, it started to excite me a little. My hand went to my lap. I began to be satisfied. The stranger noticed, stopped kissing Martin, and smiled mischievously. He moved lower and started smoking it. Martin was lying on his back. I know. A strange boy was kneeling above him, smoking him. Martin was also smoking him. I did it myself. They did it later. Martin and an unknown guy lay down next to him. From Martin's view, I waited for Vodya to fall asleep. And then I cried in fetal position. I turned on my side to see Annie right in the eye. Look, what did you almost tell me then? I was aware of her disapproval. She was serious. You know, since I've known you so, you helped me a lot. You have patience with me. You're nice to me. You're interested in me. I was afraid you were just playing something. But now, I don't even know, but I feel something. She took my hand and moved it under my t-shirt she was wearing. I could feel her heart pulsing. Here, after a long time. I love you. She curled up in a ball and rested her head on my chest. Damn, it's kind of too intimate for me, Votya muttered. End of chapter 8.
Oh, fucking hell.
Martin, that's got to be the 9th gayest thing I've read.
Come on. 9th gayest thing?
I've read some gay stuff.
Okay.
That was some beautiful filth.
Well, that was...
Even if I didn't understand a lot of it.
Filth.
Even if I didn't understand a lot of the translation, and I don't know who Votya is.
But I think
Voita.
that's what makes
It's pronounced Voita. It's Voita.
I forgot to do a very important thing. Apologize to my girlfriend. Sorry.
First,
I love you.
First we... I mean, like, how can...
You're reading erotic fan fiction about your friend in front of your girlfriend.
How can
Honestly,
you even...
it's not the weirdest thing she's heard me read.
How can you even say her that you love her without, like, you know, like, she reaching under your t-shirt, you know, touching your chest to feel your heart, and then, like, saying that you love her? I mean, like,
goddamn
it's just
Martin,
basic. That's just what all we do.
On speed dial to come and help us profess our love for the person.
I mean, you've just read it how it's done. Fucking hell.
I mean, it's a high bar.
Clapback.
Well,
anyway, I hope
first
everyone
of all,
enjoyed that. That was
fun. I liked it.
Pronunciation guide. It's Voita. That's the name, Voita. Or you
Voita?
Yeah, Voita. Just imagine, instead of J, just imagine their Y and pronounce it. It's like, if you want the English version of that name, it's Vane. It's Wayne. And it's like a Czech version of that name.
You're
is
so
Voita.
Voita.
Nah, Voita.
Yeah, so and that's a guy that actually people were thinking that we are the same person because I had the same like diction and presentation on YouTube, but he was anonymous. Like he was doing gameplays and he like didn't show his face. So at like some time for several years, people think that I was him and he was me, and then he actually showed his face. So that's like that was the description: skinny guy with blue eyes. It's like,
and now people are writing porn about him and you. It's a fantastic
like,
evolution.
So many other people that they can choose, but they will like find it. Like, I mean, like I'm not bisexual, I'm not gay, so like I would say like I don't have a preference, but still like they are more attractive people than him. Like definitely. You know, like,
I kind of wish
I would probably like go for.
I kind of wish I was. I think I would have done well.
So basically, you're more thinking, it's not that I was presented as doing homoerotic things, it's more the fact that that's who they picture me to
I mean, like, yeah, like,
things with. I'm a little disappointed. I deserve a little better than that.
That's what I'm basically saying. Like if they need to describe me with someone like doing some homoerotic stuff, yeah, I would prefer someone like my league. You know, let's face it.
But, Martin, are you saying that you are more attractive than Voitya?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Martin, it's not about the outward beauty, even though you are an upper bodybuilder and endurance athlete. I mean, that's par for the course, but it's the inner joy. Like, we're all attracted to Timothy Chalamet, but we're also kind of attracted to John C. Reilly because he was so funny in Step Brothers.
Adela may be more attractive, but more dumb as well. He's a fucking idiot.
Nice one, Adela.
What the fuck?
Get on my physical and intellectual level before you write about me.
Exactly. Fucking get on my level.
So who would be a more appropriate Czech, model or personality to put into this story then for our anonymous writer?
Yeah. I mean, he has more views. He has more money. He's basically biggest Twitch streamer in Czech Republic. Like 10,000, like 10,000 people watching him live.
Does he do the Fortnites?
Nope.
Oh,
he's exactly that's the thing. He's the opposite of that. He's the kind of guy that like says all these like dumb gamer stuff that are like counterculture that are pretty much fucking mainstream. Like he's like Fortnite, blah blah blah, that is bad and that bad that like it's just like mainstream gamer like talking shit guy. I mean he's an okay guy. He's smart. He's not like stupid, but that's like he's on the smart level of like being a dumb gamer. No, that's what I'm saying. I mean,
he's intelligent but thoughtless.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. He's intelligent and thoughtless, and that's the. I don't have like any kind of conflict with him or
stupid
anything.
And kind of gay. I have been watching something that's thoughtless, stupid, and kind of gay.
Okay.
What you got?
Please.
What you got?
I've been making a deep dive back into Netflix stuff that I've watched before, and I think every man in the world needs to see this show.
私やっぱり理解できない。男子なら誰でも一生のうち一度は夢見る史上最強の男。
東京にどえらい連中が上陸する。どうでもええんじゃないか、ルールなんて。敗北を知りたい。つまらぬ勝利をもたらせてくれ。まだやるかい。破り去りたいのだよ。まだ終わっていない。てめえはこの世にいちゃならねえ。かましたれバキ。踏み込んじゃならねえ領域に踏み込んだ。
It's so bad. I love it. So
But
the
you
gist
can't
of the
help but love a bad
show is
anime.
it's based off this manga called Bucky the Grappler. It's about this MMA fighter. So this is like when MMA was getting popular. This thing came out, like Japan kind of hopped on that shit because they know a good idea when they see one. And yeah, it's this guy who's just unreasonably overpowered, kind of like you, Martin. He is just fighting guys who come from all over the world wanting to, lose, essentially. They're the best in the world and they want to, but they're so good. They're so good that they've never lost. And they're like, just really want to know what it's like to lose. And then they go up against him who's just naturally the strongest in the world. And all this dumb shit happens. Like in these fights, they wax philosophical about fighting philosophies and techniques. And over the top shit happens. Like a guy gets his face ripped off. Another guy gets his hand cut off, like in an instant, but he doesn't even cry about it. He's like, I lost my hand. And the guy's like, what are you going to do about it? He goes, the real problem was when I was training, punching bamboo stalks and bricks and walls, how much my hand hurt. I kind of wish I didn't have it so I could punch as hard as I want. And then he punches him with his recently severed stump. And it's just like, okay, yeah, sure. And it's got that kind of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure thing to it, where everyone has a troll face and they're unreasonably kind of sexual in everything.
They're so pouty-lipped. They're so pouty-lipped. Like,
manly as shit. Like,
it's definitely going from. I keep thinking more Part 4 JoJo when you're talking about that kind of style.
Yeah, it's kind of that. The troll face haunts you though. Like some of the guys, just like it's a troll face. It's the classic troll face where everything's like really wrinkly and they're like,
The thing is, whenever you're saying troll face, all I'm imagining now is just Steve, the troll face, just his face superimposed on one of those manga characters. It's like, hee hee.
Yeah, I wanted to. As you were saying with punching someone with the stump, that's the thing that like I'm really upset by the fact that like you cannot get like after amputation you cannot get your own bones. Like I was thinking that it would be awesome to get your own bones. Like because like I'm actually planning next amputation and I like trying to figure it out how I could get that like to my own flesh and bones, because I would love to have, you know, like to craft a small
your own taxidermy effectively.
No, I would love to craft a small blade, like bone blade from my own bone. Like, can you imagine to have a knife?
No, Martin.
That weirdly?
That's exactly what one of the baddies does in Baki. That's exactly what one of the baddies does in Baki.
It reminds me of another manga as well that talks about that. There's a weird one called Blade of the Immortal, which there's also a series of that on Amazon, and people should watch that. Where there's a guy who basically gets pissed off, his arm gets chopped off. What does he do? The arm that got chopped off, he fashions it into a sharp kind of blade to get revenge of the guy that cut off his fucking arm.
Well, obviously,
and
right?
But he carved it so much that because of the pain, it turned his hair white, and he's just fucking crazy.
No, I mean like just you know, like taking the bone, just fashioning it in small blade. You know, and if someone like some motherfucker will piss you off, you will stab him with your bone. I mean, that would be fun.
I don't think they couldn't stop you if you were to request it. Just like, can I have some of my bones,
It's
please?
a biohazard.
Is it though? Just bones?
I guess because of decay, it could spread. Certain things come out from decaying bodies that can't spread disease.
I mean, like,
but it would be nice if they had the option of, well, can you do a thing where I can get nothing but the bone after it's cleaned and take it? Like,
but that's the thing. Like,
you gotta like to keep teeth, right?
Yeah, but the problem is that like I'm actually like I'm creating an extra job for someone then, because it's like because it's not a proper procedure. It's not a normal procedure. You just like throw it into biohazard and that's it. You know, like, but I want like, can you carve out the bones out of the like? Can you separate the meat? Oh, it's not a request that someone would actually like be able.
I mean, it's fairly. But then it's amazing just to have it. And then I don't suppose this is a thing in Czech language, but I know this is something in bad pun style in English, where it's the idea of having your own bone. They can basically go, "Hey, I've got a bone to pick with you."
Yeah, it doesn't work in Czech.
In
but
Czech,
yeah,
I thought I wouldn't know. There's not an equivalent of that, unfortunately, which makes me sad. But I just want that. That sounds worth it for that kind of pun.
Yeah, definitely. Like you
That's a shame though, but at the same time, Roddy, you're saying Baki's worth seeing if you're into bad anime that's basically just over the top and you can't help but love over the top.
Oh yeah, and it's gory as shit. Like, it's one of the goriest animes I've ever seen. Like, just unreasonably gory shit happens in it. And the whole time they're just like explaining, like, back in ancient China, monks would come and they would wrestle with tigers until they proved themselves to meditate for 18 years of their life so that they could then stand under a waterfall and then meet you in battle.
Naturally.
That's the thing. Were you watching this in an English dub or in the Japanese?
Both work. Both are equally insane.
Ooh, I'm intrigued. I will have to give that a go. I keep seeing it on Netflix, and I'm like, I don't know if I like over muscly guys, but then I've watched JoJo's Bizarre Adventure and loved it. So
it's just dumb. It's just very dumb.
I like dumb. I like dumb. Like food. Are we talking as dumb as Food Wars, or even dumber than that?
No, Food Wars is horny. I don't think Food Wars is dumb.
Horny. Food Wars is horny dumb.
Yeah, I think Baki is like
big distinction.
If you could imagine like a very smart 12-year-old who's about 2 years into their martial arts classes.
Or he may have just seen that one, or he might have just seen that one Jean-Claude Van Damme movie with the fist going into glass.
Oh, there is a kind of reference to that, but it's not glass. Just watch it.
I will watch it.
The poison hand technique.
Well, I actually
that makes no sense.
Can you imagine that I'm actually planning to watch an anime? I'm planning to watch anime because they decided to make a new one, which is going to be on Netflix. I think it's in March, and I will show you right now. So watch.
Oh.
What are you called?
Davion. Dragon Knight.
I guess it's fairly obvious why I'm going to watch it.
I saw the trailer for this today, and I'm like, wow, I'm actually a bit intrigued. Even though I've never played Dota, but I'm like, okay, it's getting an anime.
Lore-wise,
these algorithms are getting good, man. They've locked onto you something fierce.
Yeah, lore-wise, it doesn't matter. I mean, like, I know some parts of Dota lore. I mean, like, for example, I know nothing about Dragon Knight. Like, specifically Dragon Knight, I have, like, no idea who Davion is. But it's like, I'm okay. I want to learn more about Dota world lore. It might be interesting.
When I initially saw the trailer, I kept thinking, wait, is this more Dragon's Dogma? Which I've been kind of liking a little bit.
Yeah.
But it makes me think, does this mean they're planning this sort of thing in Dota? Does that mean they might do other Dota series based on other characters and lore as well then?
Yeah,
that's something you might hope.
That's a question. Like, I would prefer some other heroes that I like enjoy because the thing is that it has a roster like 120 heroes. So it's like there is a lot of characters, and they can incorporate them there, but they usually like every character has their own lore. Like it's like mostly isolated to these like characters, and some characters interject that they actually know each other or they like cooperate or some. So like in this one there's going to be Dragon Knight and Mirana, which is some kind of like moon priestess. I like it was quite fun to read the comments because they were like mostly referring to how like people behave in the game. So how it's going to the anime is just going to be about flaming each other, because that's how it works. And also like the Mirana has a skill shot that needs to like hit perfectly, which is like mostly what we going to assume that's like her missing the skill shots. Like that's what the whole anime is going to be about.
All I keep hearing is cries of enemy soldiers going, "Nerf him!"
Yeah. Also, or yeah, just pinging the map, that's the favorite thing to do, like pinging on the map, just like if someone do something bad, so I just like fucking ping. So that's probably going to be big thing in anime, like I assume.
I'm gonna be intrigued to see how it goes, but it looks awesome. I'm wanting to give that a check out. Although I still say check out Cowboy Bebop at some point.
Also, the thing is, like, I would prefer other heroes because, like, you have some interesting lore with, for example, the Dark Warlock Lion, who's just like he was because in some cases it's just like so, just badass. Like the Lion, he was a warlock that like basically signed a deal with some kind of demon from astral plane, blah blah blah, something like that. He's going to be like the most powerful magician, blah 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 blah. And the demon betrayed him, so he went to hell. He found the demon. He like ripped out of his hand, and he put it in his like to have a like powerful demon hand that he controls with that. So like you have these like characters that are so badass that just like go to fucking hell to kill the demon that betrayed them. Which
the thing is, maybe with this series, you're seeing this initial bit. There's probably a lot more of these fucked up characters or awesome characters like, actually coming in.
Yeah, I would hope
you
for
never
that.
Know.
Because I would like to hear that the line voice, which is, "I came from hell and back to hell and back." Because when he dies and responds, that's what he says. "I came from hell and back to hell and back."
So basically, he's Kratos. I get you.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Now, there's a trailer that's only just been talked about today, but I wanted to show it, but there's a special trailer close by I wanted to show before that one, if it's all right, because it's technically talking about the same thing.
Is it Mortal Kombat?
Yeah, it's Mortal Kombat.
Show the Red Band trailer, you coward!
I want to show the old one first before we show the new one, because I
always show the. It's Mortal Kombat for the sake of like.
I know, but I want to show. But I want to show the difference. I want to show the old one first because it's a classic.
Red Band every time.
We all want to see it.
Am I being outvoted? I'm being outvoted. Okay, new one is
no the old one. I want to see the old one as well.
Wait.
Yeah.
Wait. Roddy.
Fuck
You've been outvoted. Both of us want to see the old one.
Yeah. Let's play it.
In each of us, there burns the fury of a warrior. In every generation, a few are chosen to prove it.
One of you three will decide the outcome of the tournament.
3 strangers will travel to the mystical realm of Outworld to defend our people against Shang Tsung.
You will die.
And his forces of darkness. In an ancient tournament. One more victory.
Your soul is mine.
And our world is theirs.
It has begun! You can't run from me, Shang! I don't need to run!
Combat begins.
Fuck yes, badass!
Oh, I love
it. It's a classic. It's why I wanted to show it because
it's not bad either. Like it's a bad movie, but like Liu Kang and Shang Tsung perfectly cast.
Remember, this is done by Paul W.S. Anderson, the guy that went on to do the Resident Evil films, and this is one of the ones I liked.
Yeah.
Annihilation is completely different, and Mortal Kombat you could appreciate being a bad movie because it's a good bad movie. Then you go Annihilation, it's like, oh no. No,
it's a bad movie.
That just is bad. However, who wants to see the new Mortal Kombat 2021 Red Band trailer? Let's see how it's improved, ladies and gentlemen.
26 years? Yeah, 26 years.
Very well. Oh, here we go.
Oh, I love a spoiler heavy.
First learned about this 7 years ago. On a mission in Brazil to capture a wanted fugitive. When we got there, it tore through our unit in seconds. The target had superhuman abilities. It had the same marking you do, Cole.
It's a birthmark.
What do you mean?
He was born with it.
It's not a birthmark, Cole. It means you've been chosen.
Throughout history, different cultures all over the world reference a great tournament of champions. That dragon marking? I think it's an invitation to fight for something known. As Mortal Kombat.
These are your champions.
I'm Sonya. That's Kano.
I'm Liu Kang.
Name's Jax.
Kung Lao. Lord Raiden. The fate of Earth is in our hands.
No matter how many of my people you put in the ground, we will not fail. kill them.
I am Sub-Zero.
Wins. You fucking beauty.
I see literally no difference. It's the exact same movie shot for shot.
Dan, that's a lot of rippling on the headphones there, but my god, I'm liking how they're actually doing the whole. They're keeping the visceral parts. They're not shying away from that.
My brain says it's going to be bad, but my heart
Probably.
says you're going to go see that. You will go see that.
Yeah.
Like you know it'll be bad, but especially because who's this Cole person?
It's Daniel Wu.
No, good actor. Like I love him. I mean the character. And where's Johnny Cage? I miss some goddamn Johnny Cage. Just saying.
Like for me, I was wondering like, will there be Jax? And then like the guy like just lost his arms. I'm like, fucking Jax. That's nice.
I'm like, that was a cool way of him losing it, because I remember, what was it, in Mortal Kombat 9, it was because of Ermac or something, basically tearing his arms out. Yeah. But that was like, oh, that was fucking beautiful.
That's my favorite character from the whole Mortal Kombat, so I was like, okay, great,
sake.
Jax is there,
It's
I'm
not Daniel
happy.
Wu. I was thinking of the fan casting. It's not Daniel Wu, it's the guy from The Raid. Joe Taslim, he's Sub-Zero.
Aye. Sorry about that.
So there are a lot of...
So sorry about that. Just my headphones kind of went, you started speaking, then it was going on my headphones, and I'm like, I had to log out for a second.
But there's a lot of cosplay opportunities there will be, I guess.
Oh god, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, so far I didn't like the Scorpion design. I mean, and the Sub-Zero, I didn't like them. I just don't like the Ninja Clan.
It feels like it's one of the Scorpion designs from Mortal Kombat 10 a little bit, like one of the DLC costume kind of things.
Okay, yeah, I got that. Yeah. Because
not like official ones.
Because
Sub-Zero was kind of cool. You have to admit, though.
I mean, he was cool, but I would still like the mask. I prefer the mask like that. You know, like when they are more angular and. You know, like more fleshed out. I don't know.
I'm not. Oh, sorry.
That's why I made this one this way.
The original Mortal Kombat film, kind of how it plays is like, at the very start, someone had said to Paul W.S. Anderson, "It's like, you know what Mortal Kombat is? Yes. You've seen the games. Games. Yes, the games. Very famous video games that this entire movie franchise is based off of. You've at least researched the games." Paul's like, "Yeah. I'm not an idiot. Can you send me some cliff notes?"
But wasn't the whole?
He did it well though, considering.
It wasn't the whole story for the tournament itself created with the movie. Like the original game didn't have a story why they are actually fighting, or was it?
There was a bit of a story in a lexicon, but. Only if you kind of read up on it, because the creators had all this kind of shit worked out. But
okay.
There's only so much you could do when you're basically just trying to sell arcade cabinets and games. Yeah. But at the same time, what I laugh about is that the film did inspire things later on in the games. Like, for example, Kano being Australian is because of that. And it stuck on from then on. So it's more the fact that...
the absolute banger that is the Mortal Kombat theme. I mean, come on. It is a banger.
Oh, God, yeah. And it's still... Even the recent one was almost you're hearing this orchestral bit and you know it's trying to go into that song.
Yeah.
It's why the old movie is still iconic, because it, along with the game, are forever intertwined. They cannot be bought. The fact that it's even inspiring the film nowadays, the fact even Shang Tsung in that movie came back for the recent Mortal Kombat game. the same actor, and I'm just like,
bored.
That's why I'm kind of intrigued. That's why I'm kind of intrigued with the new movie. I know it's going to be doing its own thing, but I do wonder how much certain inspiration may be not just taken from the games, but how much from that original movie as well, or at least an ode, an homage.
I mean, like, my question there is almost like how much from the games they are going to like, because let's face it.
Which games? The old ones or the reboot ones? Well, the
reboot. Yeah,
it's a reboot at this point, but now they're going to reboot it again.
I mean, like, it's reboot with time travel, so it's like it's kind of difficult to say what's actually rebooted into what. Yeah, because I'm like,
it'll be a clean. I probably feel that you guys have put yourself into a weird hole, but I'll be interested to see what you do with it.
Like I like it must be standalone. Like it must stand on its own, because like I'm not going to read up on like how much, like 15 years of lore to get myself into it. It's like, because the new lore is like 15 years, isn't it? Like, or at least 10 years maybe.
Well, that 20, 30 years, because you basically got the.
I mean the
Mortal
new
Kombat
lore.
9. You've got Mortal Kombat 9. You've got a reboot from what happened in, what was it, Armageddon? That was what the one was called before it went into 9, where Raiden's like, yeah, I gotta undo this shit by sending a vague message to myself in the past. And then after 9, it was like a 20 or so year gap, because you know who these new characters are? They're some of the kids of some of these people.
I mean, if you would be able, like, let's face it, if you would be able to send yourself a message to the past, it would be buy Bitcoin. Like, what a stupid
also
premise.
Also invest in 2021. Invest in GameStop.
Not sorry about Bitcoin. I mean, like in 2010, it was on 8 cents Bitcoin. Like, you know,
now it's just kind of exploded.
So, you know, like if you bought like $8 worth of Bitcoin, you would have 100 Bitcoins. That's what I'm saying.
Damn it!
If you would be able to send yourself a message, it would be always buy a Bitcoin.
But otherwise, the message would be learn how to manage Bitcoin. There's a bit of a niggly bit.
Yeah, including how it does actually affect the environment. Weirdly enough,
no, in terms of the
servers that holds the information. But otherwise, we're all agreeing the movie looks great, and we're probably all going to see it in some shape or form, if not the cinema, because it depends whether or not we have our vaccines yet or not. Or
Like,
at
I
least
fucking love
online in some way.
Mortal Kombat. Like, I'll hold the doctor's office hostage if I have to.
That's a way how to do it.
I'd like my vaccine so I can see in the fucking cinema.
Just put it into my face.
I swear one day we'll.
It's like, oh, another one.
It's like, oh, great. But otherwise, I'm looking forward to it. I'm thinking it's going to be. I'm kind of liking how we're getting a lot more interesting video game based movies coming out, and they're not actually all terrible like they used to be over a decade ago.
Oh,
That's an interesting trend to be seeing.
Well,
I can't, right off the top of my head, think of any like great game.
Sonic the Hedgehog wasn't terrible. I'm gonna say it. I know I'll be judged. I'll be judged harshly for it.
I haven't seen it, so I can't.
Like
my only example would be World of Warcraft, basically.
Well, yeah, the Warcraft movie apparently did really well. Like, it was well received.
I mean, I liked it as a movie.
Even that Tomb Raider movie, I think, did well. I've not seen it.
No, that was shite.
It was shit.
That was shit.
But
I prefer the Angelina Jolie one. At least that was like kind of like it.
You also had the Dragon's Dogma Netflix series, which wasn't too terrible either. It's where you're seeing a lot more of this media based on games that are actually, they're not bad. Things are getting better than what they used to be. At least it's better than what happened with Super Mario Brothers. Although that was a shit show.
There's a like, the problem is that, first of all, the bar is really low, and second problem, it's I would say like most of the gaming stories are kind of shit in a way of,
oh god, yeah,
like that they need to develop something more. Like you need to develop the characters much more to make them interesting. Like, because the problem there is that, like, in a lot of games you have so much time to develop the characters, because like because the games are long, so you can like work with that and make something interesting with that. But I think still, so if you just like take the basics of the stories, they are kind of shit at the end. Like that's the problem. Like even like because now it's going to be the Last of Us, which is going to be a series that will be
which I'm intrigued by the choices, especially for
like
Pedro. As in, I'm intrigued. I'm not against it.
Yeah,
I'm interested, but then I'm also interested in the Resident Evil movie that's going to be coming out, which is going to be based more closely on the games, but it's going to be the movie based on Resident Evil 1 and 2, which there's a lot to pack into that 2 hours of film.
Could they? Like, is there a trailer out or anything yet?
No, it was about a month or 2 months ago they finished filming, but it is meant to be out this year. But they've got a damn good cast, which is weird.
I'm still just holding out for Toll Vampire Lady. That's where my head's at.
Oh, did we ever show that trailer, by the way?
Yeah, I think that we have.
Like the more.
Like, do we need to? I think everyone's seen it by this point.
I think everyone's seen Tall Vampire Lady at this point.
Yeah, but we could watch.
Oh, I can get the demo now.
Oh.
I can get the maiden demo.
I want to watch a trailer. I want to watch Cruella. I haven't seen it. I want to watch it. So play it.
Good trailer.
Do it.
What? You play it.
Why? I'm switching screens.
Play away, bro.
Okay, I'm going to play it. Fucking.
From the very beginning, I realized I saw the world differently than everyone else. That didn't sit well with some people. But I wasn't for everyone. I guess they were always scared that I'd be a psycho. But a new day brings new opportunities. And I was ready to make a statement. How does the saying go? I am woman, hear me roar. I'm just getting started, darling. The thing is, I was born brilliant, born bad, and a little bit mad. I'm Cruella.
Okay.
I mean, I'm the one to put that in there, but I remember being intrigued by it just because I keep thinking of recent films that have happened where it was like, what was it, Maleficent?
Yeah.
When they were basically exploring the whole thing of a bad person and how she's not inherently bad, really. But this case, in terms of Cruella, no. They're not trying to make her out to be a good person, and I'm kind of down with that. And I'm intrigued for a Disney film to be doing that kind of thing.
I don't think they're going to do that. I think that's a false lead.
Damn it. It's just because there's some parts of it I'm getting a weird Harley Quinnish kind of vibe. And we're talking like
actually
more recent Harley Quinnish kind of vibe.
In my case, Joker vibes. Like...
Oh, like... No, I get what you mean by Joker vibes. Yes, I mean, that would be cool if Disney were going to do that.
Yeah. Like...
I'd like to think maybe they'd be brave enough to do it with, especially what they've been doing with WandaVision, which I do highly recommend people to watch. It's actually
of course, like just rub it in our faces. Yeah, that's okay. It's okay.
Oh wait, do you guys not have it?
My name's James. I have Disney Plus because I'm a wealthy man.
Yeah, like look at me. I have PlayStation 5 and Disney Plus and Amazon and Netflix. Just look at me. I'm rich. Typical.
I have access to all the nerd culture. You
fucking typical. That's just James for you.
Says the guy with one guy with highly successful YouTube career, and a guy with a very nice love life. Compared to me, that's like all I've got is games.
I also have a nice love life. Like
hey,
you just don't see
that
it.
Controller rumbles better than anyone.
But otherwise, as saying, I'm thinking the Cruella. I'm down for it.
Yeah, like,
but
I was
don't
reading.
think so, man. It's gonna be. It's like how they do all these kind of shite things. Just because it's got Joker vibes doesn't mean it is. It's Disney. Like,
hey, but still,
I like it.
But it has to be like a sympathetic villain thing, like they did with Maleficent.
But I don't mind that.
If she's not a character you can do that for.
Hey, I don't mind it either.
No.
Like that's the thing. Like I mean, like Dalmatians are ugly as hell or whatever. So who cares about Dalmatians? So like if it's like still like she's a good person, but she wants to kill Dalmatian. Yeah, I'm up for it. Like there's no problem. But still, I mean, like
I know. I'm still hoping that she'll be she's unapologetically bad, going against someone that's either worse than her or isn't bad enough to be what's needed in this world or something.
Yeah,
I'm kind of wanting.
I'm actually just curious what it's going to be, because that's actually a nice thing about like these kind of trailers, that you have no idea where it's going to like go, and I like that's how I prefer these movies, that I'm just like going blind.
Because it felt like that with Joker as well, where you're not sure how this thing's gonna go, and you're just like, well, by the end it was wow.
Because I'm completely okay with like her being actually a good person, her being like betrayed by the world, her being a villain, like obviously, her being a new Hitler. Like I don't mind any of these scenarios at the end. Like I just want to see it because it seems interesting.
Which, although I know we have to sign off soon, but Roddy, do you have anything you just want to put on quick?
Yeah. Do you?
Well, Dad, there's a few things I could put up. I could put up the new Justice League trailer, but I think we've all seen that already, and it's not really adding to anything. But
not really, no. But at the same time, I'm not going to stop you from wanting to put it on either, if you really want to put it on.
Well, there is one.
It's your choice.
I do want to watch again.
Is it the one I was mentioning earlier that I wanted to show another trailer? But yes, it is. Good boy.
Welcome to Willy's Wonderland. Spend the night cleaning Willy's Wonderland, and I will pay to have your car fixed. Deal? You are officially on staff. Let's get the hell out of here. I can't stand to hear a grown man scream.
This place has a dark history. I know the bullshit story they told you. It's a lie. You're here to be a human sacrifice. Have you been listening to a word I've been saying? He's gonna die in here, but he won't listen to me.
The machines got out. Nobody is safe. Put your balls on, Evan. We're going to Willy's.
He's not trapped in here with them. They're trapped in here with him. It's your birthday, and we want you to have fun. It's your birthday, so let's party. It's birthday time.
I enjoy a man of few words.
Where is that on demand so I can buy it immediately?
Yeah.
At the minute, you can rent it on Amazon. So basically, I'm tempted. I'm going to as well. Like I think that'll be the thing next.
Any affiliation with Five Nights at Freddy's at all?
I'm thinking it's just inspired by it, while very carefully try not to pay any copyright to it.
Yeah.
That's definitely.
But it's more the fact
you sat down and is like, we need to rip off Five Nights at Freddy's. But how can we do it without being sued? Like, what's the one thing that Five Nights at Freddy's could never possibly have? And then Nicolas Cage just kind of melted out of the wall, like, hi, I'm here.
It's more the fact. It seems like he's not talking in it, which is like, that's a very Nicolas Cage thing to do. But I want
to know why. I want to know why he's not talking.
But it feels. I'm just like, I'm down for it. It's like, so we want you to do another horror film, Nick. Yeah. And it's against puppets. Yeah. You don't have to speak at all. Really? I mean, I love to talk. Like, a lot. Yeah, but in this case, think of it. You get to kill them and use all kinds of horrible weaponry. You're not locked in with them. They're locked in with you. I'm totally for this. Is all I'm thinking right in.
$20 for renting the video, for renting the movie.
20? I got it like $4.99 on Amazon Prime.
Okay, maybe it's if you don't have Amazon Prime, it's for $20 then.
Well, mine was more the Amazon Prime Video rather than the whole Amazon Prime package.
That might be the case that it's like, but normally it would be $20, which would be.
Thing is, I'm willing to pay it because it is Nicky Cage. I fucking love Nicky Cage. Yeah. You never know what you're gonna get with him. It's a bag of surprises.
Yeah, that seems great. Like I mean, like it looked wonderful. I will probably go for the Amazon Prime at some point. I mean, like pretty soon because it's starting to be complicated.
It's when there's some really decent shows. So everything from American Gods, Star Trek Lower Decks. Star Trek Lower Decks is amazing, by the way.
Do they take?
Just saying.
Do they take Amazon? Do they take PayPal as like way of paying for stuff?
Not sure actually, but no harm in trying.
Yeah, okay. Because that's the only thing that I have like money on right now.
All I know is those who don't ask don't get.
Yep.
That's what I've learned.
Yep. Okay. Well, that was a good to know all these things. Well, guys, we managed to get till the end. Well, I thank you for you being here. Of course, I thank to our chat to keeping us sane in some way, and we'll be, I hope, hopefully back next week, I guess. So have a nice night.
Unless this next chapter has even more gay anal sex and blowjobs.
Nice. Get over
That's why we have the watershed.
Get over here. So bye.
Why do I feel like when we run out of chapters for Martin, we may just get
someone through
Roddy to No, never fanfic.
Okay,
about us, but I mean,
Roddy James and Martin.
No, but Roddy is to find the weirdest, geekiest fanfics out there to read out.
Okay,
really?
Start with Mortal Kombat and work our way from that.
Are we sure we want to do that? Because I will find.
I know you would. That's why I'm asking you to, because I trust you to do that, and I know how well you could perform it.
Okay.
You have a mission, Roddy. If you choose to accept it.
That's horrifying. So I'm ending.